Morning from Shalom Acres. We're here to look at some blackberries today and also talk about some squash, but wanted to go through with what we're doing right here with the blackberries. I mean, you can just see overall they are just completely covered. Everything that we set up, just really feeling good about it. And what we've decided to do is this morning we're out here actually taking the tips. We're sticking them in the ground because we're going to go ahead and, I guess they call this tipping, and it's a way you can propagate a bunch of additional berry plants really quick. And from my understanding, talking with someone who does this locally for a living, you just stick them in there, and once you get your tips set, and as soon as the plant goes dormant, then you just come up here at a certain height, cut them off, pretty much just slightly dig them out of the ground. They'll be bare root, and then you can put them wherever you want and they'll come right up in the spring. So really looking forward to that, because it's going to allow us to multiply our berries by, we only have I think 10 successful plants right now, but those 10 plants have just gone completely crazy all the way around. So we are hoping, just to have, I think we're hoping to get about 30 more and seeing if we can't increase our production of berries by quite a bit. So just been a good piece. Next we'll go talk about our squash, because overall, I'll be honest with you, we had a rough year on squash this year. We got some vine borers, which was not what we wanted. Then we had quite a bit of issues with and we also had quite a few issues with what kind of bug? Squash bugs. So the squash bugs got quite a bit of them, and we really started doing some research. Looked on Zach's Nudatora and saw that he was using some neem oil and some Dr. Bronner's. We tried that, and I don't know if the bugs were just thick enough where it didn't help, or we saw where it did take them down, but it seemed like it would get the younger ones and it wouldn't get the older ones. So we tried some different pieces, and what we've kind of found lately is still using the Dr. Bronner's with the neem oil. So we definitely want to thank Zach at An American Homestead. But the other piece that we found is putting diatomaceous earth around the base of them seems to be another big help. So we'll go over there now and we'll talk about that, and talk about some of the successes we've had with fall squash. So as I was saying a little bit ago, we suffered quite a bit of setbacks with some winter squash earlier this year. We had a good harvest. We got a lot of spaghetti squash. We got some zapalos, we got delicatas. Just amazing the amount of different squash we had. But we also knew at that time we were putting in the root cellar, and we were doing that purposely so we'd have some really good winter storage locations for our squash, along with our sweet potatoes and other stuff like that. But during that time we kind of took our eye off the plants, and like I said, the squash bugs kind of overrode us. So when we had all of our plants, we finally pulled them all up and let them die. We decided we would wait a few weeks, and then we put in some other squash. And this is the squash we put in. We put in a blue Hubbard, and did some research on it. It actually came to this country in the late 1790s, and it looks like it came from South America. And it's just we're so excited about it because the flesh on it is really thick, can get up to 2 inches thick. They can weigh between 15 and 40 pounds. And behind me is just one plant that we've put in. We only put in one because we were worried about too many squash bugs, so we wanted to give it extra attention. And what we've been able to do by having that is we put some DE around it, and we'll go show that right now. So we've got some DE around the base where it comes in. So I'm not sure if you can see that real well or not, but there's some, we put DE down around the base of the plant where it came up, and after each rain we just put some more down there. But if you look down here at some of the size of these blue Hubbards, I can understand why people get excited about these. I mean, they just get amazing. You know, my hands right there, and you can just see spreading them out. You know, I'm assuming that's probably a 10-pound squash. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. But you can look back in there and just see the number of them. And this is off of one plant. And then if we come over to another area, you know, you just look, you know, there's another nice one. Get back down into here, there's just all kinds of them that are growing. So I don't know exactly how many there are, but I'd say there's at least 30 of them off of one plant. It's got all the space it wants to grow. I mean, it's even growing up on our fence and this fence, and it's growing through. It's got, I think, it even has one started right down there, you know, coming through the fence into the pasture. I've actually separated this part of the pasture so no cows or sheep come up here and eat on it. But I guess the excitement is, I've done a lot of research as far as what we can use this for, and not only the amount of soups that you can make with it, but the storage potential for it is 6 months. And just waiting to see that we'll have fresh squash available all winter, along with our sweet potatoes and other stuff like that, and our white potatoes. It's just going to be a good blessing for us all winter long to show that we can prove that we can eat a lot of good stuff all winter long. And I think a lot of the earlier settlers, the reason why they liked this was it just offered them a huge meal, several meals, you know, throughout the winter. Because when you cut these up, like I said, you can get 40 pounders. Those 40 pounders would last days, days for eating, or you could, you know, feed multiple families. So I think that's just something to think about. Because I think when you get the opportunity to have a place where many are gathered, I think the Father's there. This is a great way to bless people too, as far as coming together, eating something really nice like this, that's fresh, plus enjoying a beautiful meal together. I think definitely shows that the Father will be present with you. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy this, and I hope you're having a great time and great fall harvest on your homestead. Talk to you later. Shalom.